Okay guys, this is Neil Hill. I'm here with Team Gorilla Wear here in Amsterdam. We're exactly 10 weeks out from the 2019 Arnold Classic. I'm here with the current and raging 2018 Arnold Classic champion in the background, William Bonac. Okay, so we're going to go into our third exercise now, which is going to be seated low pulley row. When you perform this exercise, make sure you don't overstretch, because otherwise you can put your lower back into a vulnerable position. So you stretch enough to get that full attachment stretch under your armpit. And as you force and drive and pull that weight towards your lower abdominal, you've got to make sure you squeeze, contract, and arch your back. This exercise is great. So you can pull lower, or you can pull upper. We're going to be pulling in a medium position, so we're going to basically be aiming towards our lower abdominal, making sure we squeeze, contract, and creating all that stress from your lower to your midsection of your back. This is a great mass builder for width and also thickness. Good, come on, William. Strong now. Good. Super strong, man. Perfect. Drive, come on. Textbook, man, come on. Number 1, 10 weeks. Good, come on. You're strong. Yeah. Set, man. Okay guys, so we've moved on to our fourth exercise, which is bent over single arm row. Now I tend to not do a lot of single exercises because you're going to mentally and physically tie yourself on one arm. So when you come onto your other arm, you're obviously going to be slightly weaker. The great thing about doing independent movement is that you can allow your movement patterns to work slightly different in relationship to injury prevention, injuries, and also your own biomechanics. The great thing about single arm bent over row is I find you get a really great connection. Most important thing when you perform this exercise is obviously like everything. You need to make sure your exercise execution is in line biomechanically and in line with the exercise. That basically means that the movement is working in relationship to your body, your posture, and your joints. Making sure that you're always engaging fully on the eccentric part, so you're controlling, and you're maximizing that emphasis and squeeze and contract and neurologically on the positive part of the movement. Remember, there's 2 stages of movement. There's a positive and a negative. And you're always going to increase that sarcoplasmic hypertrophy or myofibria hypertrophy, depending on what hypertrophy you're engaging. And you're always going to get more larger motor unit recruitment being brought into play when you're really maximizing muscle fiber activation. Okay guys, so we've moved on to our 5th exercise. William's performing a mid-range underhand machine row. Now this is going to be concentrating on more so midsection to lower back area. Now we've already performed 4 different exercises, so this is more of a finishing exercise, but it's still a mass building exercise. Mass building exercises are not just based around whether something is an isolated movement or it's a compound movement. It really comes down to the emphasis and the workload and the effort and your mindset and neurologically engaging with the muscle and the muscle fibers or a certain area of your back that you're trying to engage in. So this is more of a finished exercise. We're going on to our 6th exercise. We've just busted out a great productive back exercises today, and the workout's going to be for you guys and girls on home. Make sure you check out all the social outlets on Gorilla Wear. They will be coming out in 2019. When you perform this final exercise, it's going to be a high lever machine pull down. It's really important that you maximize engagement, getting a full extraction, making sure you squeeze connecting on the negative and the positive part of the movement. If you don't contract and you don't engage, you're going to be losing a huge amount of muscle fiber activation. The whole purpose of training is making sure you're progressively overloading that muscle fiber and the muscle group that you're training. And this exercise is one of those split over exercises which I say is between a compound and an isolated movement. It's an exercise which is great for building mass and detail, but it's also one of those exercises which are great if you're vulnerable in that lower back area. So not everybody can perform maximum weights on certain exercises like bent over row, etc. But you can still get a great emphasis taking place on one of these selected pieces of equipment here at Sport and Fitness here in Amsterdam.
And don't forget to check out his daily emails on Me Hill. Check out his Instagram. And you can check also white3t.com.